morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Fallout 4. And yay, my teleporter is finished. So when I had the mods disabled for the Mechanist, I decided that I was going to go ahead and just come back here and finish working on this. Uh-oh. I might have a bit of a problem. I need to check out. But fortunately, that's not something that you guys need to worry about. No, come on. Actually, what is this? So there shouldn't be anything extra in here. I mean, aside from my Minuteman crafting post. I need paw. I have enough to build it. I have enough to build it. Okay, I think we're gonna have to build this, guys. It's a waste of resources, yeah. But this thing, ow, I can't put it down here, can I? Yeah, I've got enough stuff to build it finally, but yeah, it won't let me put it here. Well, let me put it anywhere. Don't think so. Okay, well that's fine. Give me a second to crud. Oh, okay. Give me a second to reload, and I'll be right back. Okay. So that was a terrible idea, apparently. I wanted to put the nuclear reactor in the reactor over here, but I suppose that it just was not meant to be. Now I think our problem is we just don't have enough power yet. So I need to go here. Too many things generate 10 power, man. I mean, like, you could argue with it, but I mean, honestly, it just generates 10. Go. So now we can actually get on with the final mission.
Everything looks good on my end. I'm ready to see if this thing actually works.
Let's do this.
You sure? Okay. Your part is simple. Just step onto the platform. I'll start scanning for an Institute signal to lock onto. Then, I fire her up and we see what happens. Just get on the platform. I'll do the rest. Okay. Hold real still. I don't want any corruption of the molecular beam. Oh yeah, by the way, I figured this was a golden opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. Yeah, this holotape's all set with a program that will scan their network and download anything it finds. Uh-oh. Yeah, we better hurry. And don't worry about that tubing wiggling around. It's, just there for decoration. Okay. Scanning for the Institute signal. Tracking RF. And... got it. Hold on to your butt.
In all honesty, because of how, like, everything in this game works, right? And I mean, I understand it would have been one of those things that, you know, would have been sort of like risque, I guess you could say, but I would have liked it if the teleporter sent you through without your clothes. Because of its, you know, crude nature. Holotape. Oh, God, I really wish it didn't do this. What was it? Data inside. Yeah, I'm not worried about the robots. Insert network scanner holotape. Okay. Why you gotta read these things? Network scanner. There we go. And of course I know that there's nothing here, so...
Hello. I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator.
Should have been a death chamber, though. I'm just saying.
I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground.
Well, so here's
There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
So listen, I'm actually wondering if either of them are Shaun. I've come to this thought process gradually over the course of many, many months that he's clearly a synth, but I don't think he's Shaun either. I don't think the old guy is Shaun either. Ooh, free stuff.
Shaun?
Huh? Yes, I'm Shaun.
Shaun? Is that really you?
Who are you?
Shaun, where is everyone?
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Shaun, are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
What's going on? Father? Father!
Shaun, honey? What do you want me to
I
do?
don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here, help me!
Who is Father? Where is he?
Father? Father, help me! She's trying to take me! Father?
When exactly
Father,
did I say I was trying to take him?
Shaun. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Father. That's your name? Your title?
Father is my unofficial title. It's what I've come to mean to the people of the Institute. Just as you are a parent to your son. To Shaun.
I'll make this very simple. Where is my son?
He's here, in the Institute. Closer than you think. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarding. It's good to finally meet you, after all this time. It's me. I am Shaun. I am your son.
It's really you. After all this time.
Yes. It's true. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality, and here I am. Raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
Hell of a story, but I guess it does make sense.
I'm glad you're willing to accept the truth. It's quite encouraging. At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
I think I see where this is going.
Then perhaps you already understand why it was necessary for the Institute to acquire me. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course, but it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
See, I'm going for a more mentally unstable kind of like bounce around here, where sometimes you're like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. And then sometimes you're like, not really.
60 years. So much time. Wasted.
I know. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
I don't want to hear any more right now.
Very well. The Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
I won't be a part of this. I can't.
Why? Because of the reputation of the Institute. The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
Your institute has done some horrible things.
Yes, well, the world is not what it used to be. What about the people you've aided in order to get here? What atrocities have they committed? This railroad. Willing to sacrifice humans for the sake of synths. Think about that for a moment. Would you kill your fellow man to save a Nuka-Cola machine? They have completely disconnected from reality. None have any true claim to nobility in this world. Those days are gone. But we are not the monsters we have been cast as. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that chance?
But here's the thing, you have humanities, but again, oh God, you're both the same.
I'm sorry. I can't do that.
I'm sorry to hear that. I had certainly hoped we could work together. But every man must make his own decisions. If you choose to leave, I cannot force you to stay. Understand, though, that I cannot allow you to remain within the Institute. You may have safe passage back to the relay, where you will be sent back to the surface. But from that point, you must be considered hostile. I am sorry. I must think first of the safety of the Institute. And in the cruel world that has developed, those who are not with us are against us. The elevator will return you to the relay.
Yay! I was wondering if that was an option. I mean, kind of like cold-hearted, don't you think? Like, I just, like, was like, no, no, no. And look, it's not because... It's not because of the bad things they've done, and I really wish there was a way to, like, say that. It's not because of the bad things that you guys allegedly have done. It's because you have humanity's best interest at heart, and, like, you only have humanity's best interest at heart. Like, just like the railroad, which I won't join, only has the, synth's best interest at heart. Like, you're willing to sacrifice lives. Like, no matter how you slice it, you're willing to sacrifice lives. Now I know that I've cut myself off from a lot of options and who, whatever. Don't really care. Was never a fan. You can't. Like, if there was a way to, like, fix the Institute or do something with the Institute other than, like, keep it as it is, then yeah, I wouldn't mind it, but, like...
You want to be careful. I can fix most things, but people don't fix so easily.
Here's that holotape you gave me. Full of Institute data.
Well, all right. I'll start digging into this and see if I can make heads or tails of it.
What do you hope to find?
Whatever the Institute doesn't want anybody to know. All the good stuff on here is going to be encrypted. So the first job is to see if I can crack it. After that, well, I'll have to see what I've got. There's no telling what we might have grabbed off their mainframe.
Awesome. Oh, and actually I'm overweight again. Something I would have known if I had, nope. If I've been paying attention.
I've made my choice. The Institute is now our enemy.
I always knew that day was coming. The question now is, what are we gonna do about it?
What do you think we should do?
With any luck, Sturgis will find something in that data you swiped from their computers. In the meantime, we can focus on building up our strength while Sturgis is working his end. No half measures. This time, when we attack, we finish the job, once and for all. I'll let you know if I hear of any settlements that need our help. In the meantime, make sure to offer help to anyone that needs it. That can only help our cause.
Like, yeah, I'm going full on... Because here's the thing. With the Brotherhood, I get dick all. Like, legit dick all. Right? But, at least with the Minutemen, like, I'm in charge. Like, this is my group, right? And that's awesome. So, I'm actually going to cut this here because, of course, I already have another video ready to go up. And I've got stuff that I got to do. Other things I have to do today. So, yeah, that's it, guys. I'm done for the day. And to that, I'm going to say... sayonara.